Good evening, dumpster peeps, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Get ready for a good laugh and maybe let out a healthy fart. Let's get right down to it and let us start. This is a story of farts around the world, a spotter's guide by August O'Fwynn, illustrations by Lisa Hannawalt, and narrated by me, Kevin Shields. Introduction. Everybody poops, but first, everybody farts. Nearly 7 billion farts are released around the world every minute. Indeed, flatulence is one of the great universal languages, which is not to say that farts are the same the world over. Farts are like snowflakes. Each one is unique. They come in different shapes and sizes. They come in different scents and sensibilities. Every country has its time-honored traditions for breaking wind, whether it's to express intimacy, anger, or unrestrained joy. As a fervent flatologist, I have traveled the world with my team of dedicated researchers, observing rites of passage in every far-flung locale. Together, we have chased the passing trends in passing gas all over the globe, from the Windy City to Bad Fart, Denmark. We have smelt them and we have dealt them. After many years of research, we can confidently say we know which way the wind is blowing. This guidebook presents 10 of the world's most noteworthy farts. The text explains release techniques as well as the cultural significance of each emission. Carefully engineered sound reproductions will help you accurately distinguish and mimic their delivery exactly so that you too may speak, or rather squeak, the international language of farts. We hope you find this guide useful in your own gas-powered travels around the globe. And remember, the world is not flat. It is flatulent. Right into number one is France. The Roar de l'Amour. Ripum Romanticus. Habitat, boudoirs, bistros, the Boulevard Saint-Germain. In France, the most romantic country in the world, a fart is a grandiose gesture of love. The French take their romance as they take their bottled water, avec gas. The Roar de l'Amour is like a little kiss blown from the derriere instead of the lips. It is a love song played by one's own wind instrument, expressing passion and sentiment beyond what even the most poetic words can convey. The favored language of hopeless romantics, Roar de l'Amour is an invitation to share the warm and fragrant air of love. On to Japan. The exploding brick. Forsus incredibilis. Habitat, karate dojos. Karate practitioners in Japan must train for years before attempting the black belt of all farts, the exploding brick. Its execution requires the utmost agility, stamina, and muscle coordination. It is a great honor to be selected by the dojo master for initiation into the exploding brick order. During the ceremony of passage, the student masterfully aligns a powerful karate kick, an exclamation of "Hiya!" and the emission itself. The exploding brick can break any block or defeat any opponent all in one deadly blow. Switzerland. The Cloud Splitter. Boomys grandius. Habitat, alpine ridges, and chalets. The Swiss Alps are alive with the sound of flatulence. Gazing out onto endless rosy peaks, one is filled with a sense of wonder and an overwhelming desire to let one rip. Fueled by rivers of fondue, the Cloud Splitter starts from deep within, blasting like an air horn and trumpeting to the heavens, withering Edelweiss in its wake. It's a yodel from one's lighter hosen. Up in that thin, pure air, the Cloud Splitter proudly echoes its clear, perfect notes. Do, re, mi, fart, so. Australia. The Thunder Down Under. Homo victory. Habitat, Canberra to Coolangatta and everywhere in between. In the wilds of the Australian outback, it takes both courage and sphincter control to survive close encounters with the native wildlife. The cunning outdoorsman will use the thunder down under as an intimidation tactic in times of peril, unleashing a terrifying blast that is accompanied by a distinct animal odor. The surprise attack scares away all predatory creatures, leaving the gas passer victorious and safe to fight for another day. As the old Australian saying goes, it is the fart that makes the man, not the man who makes the fart. Mexico. The crowd goes wild. Kickus awesomeness. Habitat, stadiums, and sports bars. Mexicans love their soccer, commonly known throughout the world as football, and nothing satisfies them as much as a good victory fart. For the die-hard fan, the crowd goes wild is the sweetest release. After a long game filled with nervous excitement and the torture of holding it in, fans let their joy erupt from behind when that winning goal is scored. Amidst hugs, tears, and slaps, the stadium is filled with the sound of "Goal!" ringing from thousands of happy backsides. Russia. The Northern Light. Pyroflatulentia. Habitat, Siberia. Such big words. Wow. In the coldest winters of Siberia, farting can be a life or death situation. Used to start fires, the highly flammable Northern Light has saved thousands from demise by frostbite. It is best executed in a trio with a passer, a blocker, and a lighter. The passer is usually the burliest, the one most prone to hearty flatulence. It is crucial not to release against incoming winds. The blocker protects the Northern Light's path. The lighter then catches the fart at the perfect moment for ignition. The most robust fires are created with this natural gas. Britain, the bum tickler. Regalis Maldorius. Habitat, drawing room, headmaster's office. The British are renowned for their superior refinement and social grace. When it comes to passing gas, they reign supreme as well. The bum tickler is an expression for the most genteel sort, best deployed in well-born company. It is accomplished by stealthily clenching the bottom while tightly crossing the legs. The bum tickler releases only the slightest sound, like a drop of a sugar cube into one's teacup. Bystanders are advised not to react with anything but a stiff upper lip. Thailand, the enlightened pass. Quietus mortem. Habitat, ashrams, monasteries, and yoga studios. Thailand is home to a deeply mysterious fart. More rumor than reality to anyone but the truly devoted. Originally thought to be a silent emission, the enlightened pass can only be detected by those who are on the noble eightfold path of suffering. Its gentle release occurs after hours of the deepest uninterrupted meditation and fills the practitioner with unspeakable peace. The emission is often accompanied by a perfectly timed Om, a karmic act of kindness to others in the room. Funny stuff. Texas. The Stampeder. Barbecuum grotescus. Habitat, backyard barbecues, and tailgate parties, baby. Everything is bigger in Texas. The malls, the stadiums, and the farts. The Stampeder is a 10-gallon blast of noise, full of that hot Texas wind, most popular in large social gatherings such as the famous Texas barbecue. The Stampeder feeds on southern specialties like brisket, chili, and slaw. After everyone has fueled up on some good grub, the Stampeder is initiated by one upstart, who is then joined by the crowd. The great rumbling that follows has often been mistaken for the sound of bulls charging. And number 10, Jamaica, the pressure drop. Getapus, standapus, habitat, dance halls, and jam sessions. Jamaica is home to two natural wonders, reggae music and the pressure drop. The greatest musicians know how to groove and how to fart to the rhythm, usually released on the downbeat. The pressure drop hits somewhere between drums and bass, emitting a funky pitch that is impossible to reproduce with an instrument. Flatulent musicians are known to improvise, producing a breezy melody that makes everyone within half a mile radius bop their heads and bottoms to the windy beat. And there you have it, peeps. My dumpster find, my dumpster story. Hope y'all have fun.
Hope you liked it.
And I hope you liked it. Catch you on the flip side.